Hello everyone, XV here from youtube.com/XVRogueGaming, and this is the 12th video in a weekly series I'm doing for Dota Cinema designed to take your game to the next level. Congratulations to this week's winner, Mr. Reverdy, for posting a suggested topic in the comments for last week's tutorial. Remember that your topic doesn't need to be the one chosen. All you have to do to win is be subscribed to my channel and let me know something you'd like to learn about. This week's video is on the mechanics of gold throughout the game. There are 5 primary ways to acquire gold. The most basic is the periodic gains you get by default. It's 1 gold every 0.8 seconds, or 5 gold every 4 seconds if you want to use whole numbers. The next fundamental way to gain gold is via last hitting creep. Here's a quick overview of the relative worth of various creep spawns on the map. A standard wave of lane creeps is worth 228 gold, factoring in the periodic catapult. Small neutral camps are worth 80 gold on average. Medium camps are worth 115 gold on average. Large camps are worth 135 gold on average. And lastly, ancients come in on top, worth 264 on average, the least value being the golems and the most valuable being the dragons. Here's where things get a little bit more complicated. Hero kills are not as cut and dry as creep, awarding gold based on a number of factors, including the enemy's level and streak. The formula looks like this. The streak bonus starts with killing spree all the way up to beyond godlike, awarding a bonus 50 gold per tier. Outside of streak, first blood awards a straight 200 bonus regardless of any other factors. If an allied creep or tower gets the last hit, this gold is awarded to the last hero to deal damage to the deceased in the current combat. If multiple heroes had dealt damage, regardless of their relative participation, this gold is split evenly amongst all those who helped. If you're going to die, you can of course rob your opponent of this gold by being slain by neutrals, being denied by an ally, or committing suicide with a self-damaging spell. Suicide has the added benefit of also maintaining your streak. One of the greatest additions to Dota is the assist gold mechanic. A lot of people get confused and assume that this gold is related to their assist score, but that isn't the case. Your assists on the KDA board reflect heroes that died to a teammate without having left combat after taking damage from you. This does nothing but inflate your score. The gold award is based entirely on being within 1,000 area of a dying enemy, and you will earn it regardless of whether or not you participated offensively. Buffing your allies or just having great timing is enough to earn this gold. A common misconception is that this gold detracts from the killer's bounty. This isn't the case, as it is an entirely separate gold source. What is impacted, however, is the number of allies present. Though assist gold is evenly distributed amongst all those nearby, and while it is reduced on an individual level, the total amount still grows, encouraging teamfights. Lastly, towers are even more complicated because of their global gold. Getting the last hit on a tower provides an average of 461 gold, increasing by 50 for each tier. In addition, all allied heroes gain 200 gold for tier 1 towers, which increases by 40 for each tier. As a side note, an allied creep finishing the tower does not deny you the last hit gold. Instead, the last hit bounty is divided by 7 and spread evenly to the team. Why 7 when there's only 5 heroes? Well, the creep want their cut too. Unlike allied creep, having the enemy deny the tower is a huge hit. Not only is no last hit gold awarded, but the global gold is only 100, increasing by only 20 per tier. On average, this means a team loss of just under 1,000 gold, which is absolutely massive. While not primary by any means, it's worth mentioning that barracks award an average of 361 gold, and buffer buildings an average of 110 gold. Though gold appears as one amount on the interface, it is in fact the sum total of 2 different amounts, your reliable and unreliable gold. These can be seen by mousing over your current gold. Reliable gold is awarded from hero kills and assists. Unreliable gold comes from everything else. Beyond how they're earned, their true difference comes from how they're spent. Dying's gold penalty, for instance, can only take from your unreliable gold. Any excess amount owed will not be drawn from your reliable gold and is instead ignored. This is not the case with buying, though. Though it will always draw from your unreliable gold first, any overage will take from your reliable. The opposite is buyback, which will take from your reliable gold first and you're unreliable if more is needed. Dying like killing is a formula, but a lot more simple, equaling simply 30 times your hero level. As mentioned, this amount can only come from unreliable gold and can be mitigated further by a bloodstone, which reduces the total loss by 25 times the number of charges your stone currently has. Buying items is very straightforward, but there are two nuances worth mentioning. An item can be sold to a vendor for its full amount within 10 seconds of purchase. This option is lost if another hero holds your item, but not if it is on the courier or ground. After 10 seconds, items are vendored for only 50% of their value, with the exception of recipes, which are worth 80%. This will rarely come up, but after level 20 it can become more economic to buy expensive recipes like Boots of Travel or Black King Bar if you expect to die imminently. Buyback takes into account several factors: 100 base cost, your level squared times an additional 1.5, and even the current game time. By mousing over your gold total, you can see how much a potential buyback would cost. Note that when it says buyback ready, it only refers to the 4-minute cooldown and not whether or not you have sufficient gold, and unfortunately does not take into account the amount of gold you will lose if you die. Like the Bloodstone, there are a few exceptions to how gold interacts normally. Doombringer's Devour ability deals 20 damage per second to a devoured creep, awarding bonus unreliable gold when the target finally dies. Alchemist's Goblin Greed grants bonus unreliable gold for each kill made within the last 20 seconds, capping out at 26 and refreshed each kill. Bounty Hunter's Track is huge, giving hundreds of bonus reliable gold to himself and to allies within 1,000 area of a target enemy's death. Lastly, the Hand of Midas's Transmute ability awards 190 reliable gold on use. I hope you found this video useful for understanding the mechanics of Dota and taking your game to the next level. Remember that it's you who decide the topics, so be sure to post in the comments below what you'd like to see and subscribe to my channel to be eligible to win chest keys. As always though, if you like this video, please thumbs up, share, and check out my channel for more in-depth guides and exclusive content and contests. Until next week, this is XV, signing out.